Well, there's a feud that's brewing in the small town of Quartzsite, Arizona. See, there are some very sharp divisions there between Mayor Ed Foster, the city council, and the police department in the area. But the fighting has finally reached a pinnacle, with the city now being put under martial law. Tensions have been growing ever since the city council raised water and sewage rates, a first for the area in over 10 years. Add to that a recent discovery that there had been widespread corruption when it comes to mailing out city paychecks. And that gives you the backstory. But let's get you familiar with some of the players here. As I already mentioned, we've got Mayor Ed Foster, who's fighting the city council, the ones that are responsible for raising rates on water and sewage, and the local police, who side with the city council. And then there's Jennifer Jones. Jennifer Jones is a civil activist who has attempted to call out the city council for their backhanded legislation and payroll. And we should mention that she's been targeted by police for starting a local newspaper called the Desert Freedom Press to document all of the wrongdoings. However, when Jones took her argument before a city council meeting last week, that's when everything really came to a head. Take note of how the mayor, the police chief, and city councilman Joe Winslow began arguing over whether or not Jones has a right to speak.
And you are, as Mr. Sims from the League of Cities and Towns pointed out to the council, allowed to criticize them, whether or not Mr. Winslow would like to be out of order or not. I have the floor.
I'm afraid
now,
the lady has the floor here. She has been recognized. She has the floor.
She's violated the procedures.
She has not.
No, I have not. You can leave or be escorted out as well. You are out of order. No, I have the floor.
Officer, that woman has the floor. You're violating my rules of order here. Sergeant, I have control of the meeting.
As staff informed everyone, this is a framework. This tax is not mandated.
All right.
You are in violation of my rules of order, Sergeant.
Don't resist the officer. Do not resist the officer.
The mayor has
Do not resist the officer. Do not resist the officer.
Let it go, Jay. Let it go. Let it go.
You are in violation of my rules of order, Chief. Chief, you are in violation of my rules of order.
Can you speak?
No, I didn't recognize you. She's at the podium. She has the mic.
Now, that city council meeting ended with Jones being arrested, so ultimately her voice was not heard. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the city council held another meeting after the YouTube video leaked to the public, and this time, council members privately voted to oust the mayor and declared a state of emergency. Yep. A state of emergency. Apparently, council members claimed that they were getting threats from the public over the way that they denied Jones her First Amendment rights. Now, whether these were death threats or just an outcry over a denial of this woman's rights, we don't know. But from there, the name-calling continued between both sides, with the mayor saying that this town was under martial law. And of course, when questioned by local reporters, the police chief said that law enforcement had done nothing wrong. Now, meanwhile, outsiders are calling this brewing battle a disgrace to the First Amendment and wondering, if you can't present your argument before the government, then what hope is left to keep officials from becoming corrupt? So while the Quartzsite City Council is under a state of emergency, all meetings are being closed to the public, and they've suspended all public comment. Now, while Mayor Foster continues to fight for his position and against what he says is martial law, I think that it's pretty fair to say that the actions of the city council and the local police here are disgraceful. It's just one small yet very important example of what I like to call a police state.